Yo, welcome to day 15. We're gonna be doing some icon code. It's really challenging. We're gonna do our best and see how it works out. But firstly, thank you guys for, I think it's 87 views right now on this video. So, you know, progression. But yeah, let's get into the question. Cool. So, day 3 gears ratio. So, you and the elf eventually reach a gondola lift station, and he says the gondola lift will take you up to the water source, but this is as far as he can bring you. You go inside. It doesn't take long to find the gondolas, but there seems to be a problem. They're not moving. You turn around to see a slightly greasy elf with a wrench and a look of surprise. I wasn't expecting anyone. The gondola lift isn't working right now, and it'll still be a while before I can fix it. You offer to help. The engineer explains that the engine's part seems to be missing from the engine, but nobody can figure out which one. If you can add up all the parts of it, all the part numbers in the engine schematic, it should be easy to work out which part is missing. Engine schematic, your puzzle input, consists of visual representations of the engine. There are lots of numbers and symbols you don't really understand. But apparently, any number adjacent to a symbol, even diagonally, is a part number that should be included into your sum. Periods, dots, do not count as symbols. Here's some schematic, so instantly, I know it's grids, we're working with grids. But in the schematic, two numbers are not part numbers because they are not adjacent to a symbol. 1 and 4 and 58. Every other number is adjacent to a symbol, and so is a part number. Their sum is 4361. Of course, the actual engine schematic is much larger. What is the sum of all of the parts of the engine? All the part numbers in the engine schematic. Okay, let's have a go. So I've got the sum gear ratio methods already set up. What do we want to do? We want to input the grids. Put the grids. Input the grid format. Load in the numbers and symbols into the grids. Then we want to detect a symbol is in the grid. If a symbol is in the grid. And then if anything is adjacent, then we can. If anything is adjacent, then we can. Oh, anything is quite silly to say that. If any numbers are adjacent, then we can begin adding them. However, but it's important you be mindful that adjacent numbers because the only thing is with the grid is that, yeah, cool, it can be in a grid format, but it's only take one digit at a time, and it's because we're summoning it, it's nothing like something like, for example, I know there's 4, 5, 7 or 4, 6 or whatever, but you take 7 plus 5 plus 4, but no, actually you're meant to construct a digit. So it would be 7 plus 50 plus 400. And the only way we'd be able to detect that is by scanning either left or either right. And then once that scanning is complete, you can kind of concatenate a full digit, and then you can say this is part of the sum, let's add it in. Otherwise, you're just not really like you'll never get the right answer because it's not the number, because the way the sums, like even just in the question it says sums, they're like that. So you need to have scanning forms. And I guess like another thing I would be really mindful about here is it within the bounds? So like you can't go out of bounds of the grid, because otherwise it's just not a valid number, is it? So that's right. We're kind of gonna oopsie daisy. Jesus Christ, sorry about that. Anyway, I'm not editing that out. I won't lie to you because this is raw footage. But yeah, like you have to be super mindful about that, because if it's out of bounds, it just won't work. But yeah, like let's go. And also check our cases. So good format. Well, I'd say also declare our variables. That's one thing I'd say. So for example, I would say int sum equals 0. We put in lines, so we say bar width equals line dot length or line. And then we say like we're gonna loop over it, so m y equals y 0, y is high. We say equals 0, I equals x. Say draw the grid. Alright, now we need to load them. So how do we do that? I'd say, well, we kind of just do the same thing too. Like x, yeah, and I, y. So okay, and x and y. to the text with symbols on it. I guess I'll do something like this. So current equals grid. Sorry. And then once you take this as a symbol, so I would love to do this. I would do something like var is with numbers, so we don't have any duplicates. New offset. No, it can't be like that. Okay. Right. So, and also I'd want to add in a method too, so I can kind of like just detect it with symbol. So is, I'll just do something like this. First symbol, AoC, char dot is letter or digit, C, no, and C is not equal to period. Yeah, you can't do that. Okay, and then you can say something like this. If current, so I could actually just do something like this. Because we pass in the string, like because we're passing a character, like you can just use something like that. So it is symbol current input. Thank you very much, Profiler. It should account for. Okay, cool. And then we need to account for directions. So, like, I've got the directions here because I was never going to type that out. So it's going to like this. Because this is like all the ways, because on the grid, like, just think of this as x and y coordinates. So, for example, diagonals would be like -1, -1. So, 1 to the left for the x, 1 down for the y. And then 1 would be 1 to the right for the x, and then 1 up for the x, for the y. So, because it's all adjacent. Like, this is adjacent, that's adjacent, that's adjacent, and that's adjacent. So yeah, it's a little bit much, but you know, I can't really worry about it. So directions. So for each direction. Well, I don't know, like, I mean, I did kind of say dx, dy, and to be honest, if I'm adding on the coordinates, I'd rather do like this. So let's say let's say in x plus dy, and then y is y plus dy. So like we said, this is the new numbers. So let's say let's just do this. And then we say here, if new x is greater than 0 or new x is greater than or equal to width, or new y is greater than 0. New y is greater than 0. and we can continue. And then it's the two grid and X and Y. Because yeah, cool. So like this is detecting the new number, and now we need to scan left, which means you are subtracting -1, 0, which also just looks like this. So then start X is X, because you detected the number. It's a match. Now you want to use it as a starting point to move on to right. So while start X is 0 and start is digit grid start X -1. Then we subtract to the left, right? And then we can kind of do something like this. So if it's not able to be added into the visited numbers, then coordinate dot add, and then we do something like start X, and we just pass it the new Y, because you just want to have those coordinates. Then you say let's continue. But then if we're saying that, okay, now we can, so now we've confirmed that we can add the number in. Now it's all about extracting the number and actually concatenating it to our sum. So add number. Let's just say here equals start X. Then let's say, so while our tx is greater than the width and is is digit for the grid tx and y. And now cool. So then what do we do? So we've got to do number. No, we're not doing number plus compiler times 10 plus grid tx and y, and then we do minus 0, and then we do tx plus sum is plus equal to number, and then we need to return that. So which one is this? Just before here. And sum. Okay, so we test it, see if we get the right output. 4361. 4361, cool, we got that. Now we do this, and let's say we test our input. See how it runs. number. Okay, we got this. Thank God. Alright, bro. So thank you for watching. But guys, I want you to remember these videos, they take me quite a while. Like if I had one on code question, it was quite difficult. Like I've had like working with grids and like difficulty. So I do think like adding on to what I said before about like I had that technical interview, but I didn't really feel like the lead code was cutting there. I do think this is helpful, but if anyone's watching and they're like supreme and elite at technical interviews, like please just like let me know what is the fastest way to improve. Like, and I know that sounds cliche, but what is your system? Because like a lot of people have systems and they succeed. They say this is what I'm gonna do to learn and get ready for interviews. Like, I just don't feel like I've had that perfect system yet. I don't know, it might be a lot of effort and but I just really want to like learn and really improve because I feel like looking into my skills, technical interviews is something I really need to get good at. And for the fact that like even part one, like spent like 2 hours preparing this video, and let's say like I kind of half understand it. Yeah, it's just like I understand the problem, but putting into code, it's like it's hard. So I guess this honest reflection. Like if some of you watch the end of this video and you see this and you just wanna like say whatever, then yeah, cool. But I just really wanna I really wanna get rid of these interviews because I'm not really able to run away from it in the career. And also like I do feel like it's beneficial, like problem solving wise. But anyway, on a more positive note, thank you for watching and hopefully see you in the next one.